Okay, so let us have more examples. Okay, suppose we have here 6x squared y minus 12xy squared. Okay, let us try to factor this by isolating the common monomial factor. Okay, suppose we have here the GCF. Okay, ano pinaka-GCF natin? So, kung mapapansin nyo, okay, we have here 6, the constant, and we have here 12. Okay? So, kapag ka may mga constants at may mga variables doon sa terms ninyo, so, pwedeng i-separate nyo yung pagkuha ng GCF. Kunin nyo muna yung GCF ng mga constants, and then later, kunin nyo yung GCF ng mga variables. Okay? Since we have here 6, and we have here 12, so what's the GCF of 6 and 12? That is 6. Okay? That is the largest or the greatest common factor of 6 and 12. Okay, next. We have here x squared. And we have here x. So, what does it mean? X is common. So, what's the GCF? Ano sabi natin kanina? Sa variables, ang GCF is the one with the least exponent. Okay? So, therefore, this is x squared. This is x. So, ang GCF ay x. Right? How about y? Is y common? Yes, y. Because we have here y, we also have here y. That is y squared. So therefore, what's the GCF of y here? Of the variable y here? So we have here the least one is y. So therefore, the GCF of these two terms is simply 6xy. So that's our GCF. So we'll now write it as one of the factors. So we have here 6xy. Okay, and now to get the other factor, just like what we did, we will divide each term of our given by the GCF that we obtained, right? So we have 6x squared y minus 12xy squared. Okay, divide each by the GCF, we have 6xy, 6xy. Okay, let's get the quotient. So here, for the first one, since the same ang 6 dito, so we just cancel it out. So, yung x square, this is x. So, cancel lang itong x na to. And then, cancel itong 2. So, magiging 1 or simply x na lang. Right? And then, y here, parehas lang y. So, we just cancel it out. So, what is the remaining term? X na lang. So, therefore, the quotient of this is x. Okay? Kasi na-cancel na yung 6, na-cancel na yung y. Okay, next. Minus, okay, 12 divided by 6, ang sagot ay 2. Okay? And then, parehas yung x dito, we just cancel it out. Okay? Next, y squared and y. So, cancel yung y. And then, yung y square will just become y. So, therefore, ano ang matitira? We have here 12 divided by 6, 2. At may natira tayong y, therefore, 2y. And that will be our quotient. Okay? So, that will be our next factor or the other factor. We have x minus 2y. Okay? So, you can check our factors by multiplying this. Okay, let's see. 6xy times x. So, 6, we have here this one. And then x times x, we have x squared. And then we have here y. Right? Next, 6xy times negative 2y. So, 6 times negative 2, we will get negative 12. Okay? Then we have your x. Okay? And then y times y is y squared. So, therefore, our factors are correct. Okay? Let's have one more or one last example. Okay? Okay. So, now, let us consider this example. We have here 15a squared c cubed x, okay, minus 20ac squared y plus 10acy. So, papansin nyo, this is an example of trinomials. Bakit? Kasi meron tayong tatlong terms. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, ganun pa din. So, by GCF, so, ang gagawin natin is we will find first the GCF. Okay, simple lang. Tingnan muna natin yung mga constants. So, meron tayo dito 15, 20, 10. So, ano yung GCF nung tatlong ito? In other words, ano yung largest number na divisible itong tatlong to? 10, 20, at saka 15. So, by inspection, madali lang. The answer is 5. Kung mapapansin nyo kasi, lahat sila, 15, 20, tsaka 10, are all divisible by 5. So, that's the GCF. And that is the largest number that divides these three numbers. Okay? What else? Yung first variable natin, a squared. Do we have a here? Yes. How about in the last term? Yes. So, lahat may a. Ibig sabihin, a is a common factor. But what is the GCF? Kunin nyo ngayon yung pinaka-least ang exponent. Okay? Ano ba ang exponent nito? Square. 2. Eto, a. Eto, a. Ano ang pinaka-least? A. Therefore, the GCF is a. Okay, next variable. We have here c cubed or c. Do we have c in the second term? Yes. Do we have c in the last term? Yes. Therefore, c is a common factor. So, what is the GCF? The one with the least exponent. C cubed, c squared, c. Ano yung pinaka-least? C. Therefore, that's the GCF. Okay? Next variable we have is x. Now, do we have x here? Wala. Wala din sa last term. Since wala namang x dito, sa other two terms natin, only in the first term. So, meaning x cannot be a common factor. Kasi wala siya dun sa ibang terms. Okay? Next. Ano pang variable meron tayo? Kung papansin nyo, sa second term, we have y. Meron din tayong y sa third term. But, we don't have y in the first term. And still, y cannot be considered a common factor. Kasi, dito lang sa dalawang to, meron tayong y. Wala naman tayo sa first term. So, hindi rin siya common factor. Kaya nga, pag sinabi natin GCF, common monomial factor, it should be common to all the terms. Right? Okay? So, we have, in other words, ang pinaka-GCF lang natin, nitong trinomial natin is 5AC. Okay? We will write this now as our one of the factors. Sulat na natin. 5AC. Now, to get the other factor, anong gagawin natin? We will divide each term by the GCF. Okay? Natin. So, we have 15a squared c cubed x minus 20a c squared y plus, okay, 10a cy. Okay? Divide each term by the GCF. So, 5ac, 5ac, 5ac. Okay? So, let's take this the first term. 15 divided by 5, the answer is 3. Right? Okay? So, a square, a. So, cancel this a. Wala na rin si 5. So, a square magiging a na lang. So, itong 15 magiging 3 na yan. Okay? So, c at saka c cube, cancel si c. C cube, isang c lang ito. So, c cube magiging 2. Therefore, ang naiwan dyan ay c squared. And then, si x, wala namang x dito, we just copy. So, therefore, ang natira, 3a, okay, c square, and then we have x. So, that's the quotient. Okay, and the second term, so minus 20 divided by 5, the answer is 4. Cancel si a. Wala na. Right? Cancel si c. Si c square, magiging c na lang. Therefore, c here. 4c. Copy y. Right? Next. Plus, okay, 10 divided by 5, the answer is 2. Cancel si a. Cancel yung c. Exactly the same. Copy y. So, therefore, this is our quotient. Right here, in the second factor, we have 3a Okay. A C square x minus 4cy, okay, plus 2y. Okay, that's our second factor. Okay, let us check if we have the correct factors. Okay, so we'll have, by distributive property, we multiply it, 5ac times 3acx, that's 3ac square x. So 5 times 3, we will get 15. Okay, a times a, we will get a square, check. C times c square, we will get c cube. And we have here x, so copy, so we have x. Right? Next, 5 times negative 4, we will get negative 20. A times, so we don't have a here, so we copy a, so that's it, a. And then c times c, we will get c square, and then copy y. Right? Last one, 5 times 2, that is positive 10. A, copy, right? C, copy, right? And then copy y. So therefore, we have the correct factors. Now, I would like you to observe this case, okay? I have here 3a plus 2b. Now, I would like you to observe this. 3a plus 2b. Let us see if we can factor this by isolating the common monomial factor. Now, let's consider the constants. Let's find the GCF, okay? 3 and 2. What do you think is just the GCF of 3 and 2? The GCF is just 1, right? Tama ba? Okay, that is the largest factor that divides 3 and 2. And another one is, yung A and B natin, right? A is not common. Bakit? We don't have A here in the second term. B is also not common. Why? We don't have B here in the first term. So what does it mean? The only GCF of these two terms, of all the terms here in this given, is 1. So if that will be the case, if the GCF or the largest common monomial factor of all your terms is 1, that means that your terms are relatively primes. Okay? Pag sinabi nating relatively primes, the GCF is 1. And if the GCF is 1, you cannot factor this out by GCF. Kasi nga, pag in-isolate mo si GCF, pag dinivide mo yung each term by the GCF, yun din ang makukuha mo. Kaya talagang hindi siya pwede. So in other words, ang isang polynomial can be only factored by common monomial factor or by getting the GCF if the GCF of all the terms in your given polynomial is more than 1. But if it's just equal to 1, then you cannot factor it by greatest common factor or by common monomial factor. Okay? So, thank you very much, grade 8. Sana ay may na-share ako sa inyo sa topic na to. And please do not forget to like, share, and then subscribe kayo sa channel natin. Okay? Sir Matlon.